Salute, salute. The streets are buzzing. The New York Knicks hold on to a scrappy, hard-fought win against the scrappy Houston Rockets. Salute Divine, salute KJ Dub Events.
Salute CT, salute Divine.
Salute my brother. What's good? What's good?
What's good? Hey, my heartbeat's just getting back to norm. Salute the chat, Sharp Hours, Cardiac Knicks again in full effect. We're going to talk about it tonight. It's going to be a fun show. New York Knicks get back on track, though. That's the most important thing. I'll take the win any way we can get it, Divine.
Yo, absolutely. Gritty, grimy, but we did it. Defense held it down. Yeah, what a good win for us, man. We needed to get that. I like the energy, even though that 13-point first quarter, whatever the case may be, was abysmal. But other than that, they stayed in there, they scrapped, they clawed, they fit, and that was great. You know what I mean? That's what we want to see. We want to see the effort, see the hard competitiveness, and we get into all the players, man. But salute to the Knicks, man. We won that game at the Garden. We 9-7 going to Chicago tomorrow.
Absolutely. Great win. A nail biter. Expected to get off to a better start, but we got the W, and that's all that matters. We got to move on now, and let's get ready for Chicago tomorrow.
Facts.
Yep. Yeah, facts, right? Back to back, they started slow, 13 points in the first quarter. We're going to get into it. The starting unit is going to be a hot topic tonight. KJ and Divine chat, 13 points in the first quarter. That's unacceptable, quite simply put.
Yeah, absolutely. That was, I guess I don't know what the 5 o'clock game, 2 days off in a row. Then you got a 5 o'clock game. I don't know what it was, but they definitely didn't look like they looked, their feet was stuck in cement in the first quarter. But they stayed resilient though. They kept getting in the flow. They brought in a couple of players that kind of changed the momentum a little bit. And even though Derrick Rose didn't have a good game today, and but I like the energy and fighting them guys, man. And so I think when that second unit came in here, and they got a little rhythm going, that was good. But overall, great win. I don't have no problem with it. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. We started off slow, we ended up good, man. And you got to give salute to the Houston Rockets. They play hard. Like I was saying, you can't take them for granted. They won in 13, but they didn't play like they was 1-14. They and not only that, they were desperate. They done lost 14 games in a row, 13 in a row. They were desperate. So you was going to get their best. They pretty much gave it their best. But we prevailed, man. That's what it's about.
Right, and to piggyback into the CT and Divine, 13 points is not acceptable, but the Rockets scored 23. They were up 10 points, 23-13. And another crazy stat, they had 8 turnovers. And to me, we didn't capitalize off them turnovers. 8 turnovers in the first quarter, and we only had 13 points. Unacceptable for that first team, and I thought Tibbs was going to pull those guys out faster than what he did, but we'll get into the rest of the stats later, but that's unacceptable, 13 points.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to chop up the whole game, grade all the players like we do. The chat's going to pick us up too if we miss anything. But Sharp Hour's great point. The officiating was quite physical. I think that led to a lot of frustrations throughout the game. It was an ugly game, but we did click on all cylinders. And Evan siding, we had MJ Burks come up in here. Shout out to Spree, his man. Heroes abound. Emmanuel quickly continues his good form, but also Derrick Rose looked a little bit off tonight, KJ.
Yeah, and we're going to get those games again, I put D Rose on a scale. he had more good games than bad games. So he's allowed to take off on that. We give D Rose a pass on that. But, for me is I always thought about this. If the first unit's not doing something and the second unit's not doing something, and the guys coming off the bench, that's why we had those 13 points in that first quarter. Although they did pick it up in the second quarter, which was great. I love the fact that we scored 34 points in that second quarter. They showed grind, grit, everything that we wanted. But guess what? It was the second team that did that. So I still think they need to shake up in that starting unit based on the things that we saw at the end of the game in the fourth quarter, and also some of the things we seen in the third quarter. They definitely need a spark off the first unit. Something that has to really change going forward. I know you guys are tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of 13 points in the first quarter. It cannot happen. And let me tell you, if we put 13 points up in the first quarter tomorrow, we might as well pack it up and forget about it.
Yep. And Tibbs looked frustrated tonight, Divine. I thought he was going to get a tech at some point too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? But salute to him, man, and salute to Noel getting that technical foul. We need to see that energy and that passion. Go get them technical fouls at that time. You playing hard, and you playing hard like that, and you think that you're not getting the benefit of the doubt. Because I'm gonna tell you, for the first half, them foul calls was lopsided. They were lopsided, and Knicks was giving Knicks a lot of fouls, and the Knicks wasn't getting nothing on the other end. And so then they started getting more aggressive, and I think Noel and Mitch started getting a little bit more aggressive, and then they started realizing like this, you got to call it both ways. So I was really happy about that, man. But it's a win is a win. You got to take it as you can get it. I mean, like I said, 2 days off, and then you playing at a 5 o'clock game. It's almost like a matinee game. You're not accustomed to playing at that pace. So it might have took them a while to get back to it. They hadn't played in a couple of days, and they had to kind of find a shooting rhythm because they just only been playing in practice. So I can understand why they came out like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, how you start is how you finish, and I think them guys they held their composure. They started making plays, and then their defense picked up. And like I said, salute to Mitchell Robinson in the first quarter, man. And the first, that brother was holding that defense down for us, man. That even though we only scored 13, but we gave up 21 or something like that. You know what I mean? So you gotta give our Nick defense their flowers today. And Mitchell Robinson had them boys a couple of block shots he threw out there. And he had, I thought my man was gonna break his back when he blocked his. Certain. Woo! I was like, man. Then he got Christian Woods. He got a couple of people like that. So, I'm glad to see Mitch energy back. You know what I mean? And I think hopefully he'd be all right. He got hit in the face, so it's not structural, hopefully. But him and Nerms are well, man. I think defensively they won that game for them. And Manuel Quickly and Burks, them four dudes right there. Manuel Quickly, Burks, and both of our centers were playing some good defense tonight.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get when you have an ugly game that was officiated, tough. Players getting shots in the face. It was, heaps tonight. Shout out to the chat, Mansa, Allah Wise, Sharp Hours, Eric, Beans, salute Beans. Yeah, we'll open up the panel a little bit later in the show. We just want to get our thoughts out first, and then we'll flood the panel. Don't you worry. There'll be plenty of time tonight. We'll be going overtime. Fellas. Yeah, we finally got a look at Nerlens Noel with Mitch together, KJ, and I think that definitely gave our defense a bit more toughness.
I'm happy you went there today, CT. That great showing. And this is the first time I can say all year the Knicks looked like they was upset. They looked like them guys were upset, hard-nosed fouls. They were fouling people. Even though, listen, I'd rather Noel foul the way he was fouling and get in early foul trouble, because I know the man is playing defense out there. The way that man blocked that shot, the way he's getting in there, guys going to the hole, poked eyeballs out. That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of defense that we need. Guys on the ground, we need that energy. And I think Noel and Mitch did a great part of anchoring our defense tonight. Even though, sometimes they got back down in there by the big guys, but you know what? They did something that they normally don't do. They finally found a way to win against a team. And let me tell you something. If the Rockets was hitting those 3-pointers, it might have been an even crazier night for us, but we got the W. But as far as the defense, I'm happy that we anchored that defense tonight.
Yep. Yeah, and you posed a great question to us. Was this win on a defensive end or offensive end? And I'm gonna let Divine tell what he thinks.
Yeah, it's always a little bit of both, but I think the Knicks defense came to play tonight. Period. Mitchell Robinson set the tone in that game. Hear what I'm saying? They scored 21 points, and Mitchell Robinson set the tone down there. He, as they went on through, I think Julius Randle played a decent game tonight. Going up against them guys, but I think Mitchell Robinson set the tone in that game. I mean, that cat was in that center spot. Like, listen, y'all ain't getting nothing up ahead. Whether it was a steal, whether it was a block, whether it was a rebound, his energy was decent until he went down. And you know when Nerlens Noel went in foul trouble, he had to get right back in there, so they had to stint them a little more because Nerlens Noel got picked up 3 quick fouls. And I got to salute Mitch tonight, man. But I do think that with the Knicks defense tonight, they made. Here's why they took Jalen Green out the game. You know, you got to get RJ. RJ didn't have a good offense game, but he damn sure was helping trying to hold Jalen Green down. And I seen Fournier going over there, trying to contest shots at the 3-point line. He was up in Cat's grill. The Knicks was up in their grill tonight, you know, and that's what they need to do: get up in people's grill and don't let them launch threes just to be launched them. Like I said, everybody missed shots. We missed some. Nobody gonna hit all 8 threes, but I think for me, with our defense tonight was on point. It was switching, transition defense was decent. They didn't let nobody run him up. Tristan Woods, but they made it hard on him. But he had a good game. But still, he only did score with 20-something. So I think definitely with our defense, and I got to give our defense their props tonight because we haven't seen this in a minute.
Yeah, and it was touch and go, KJ in chat, when the fourth quarter, 60 seconds in, Tibbs had to call a timeout. It went down to 6. Hearts were racing. Tempers were flaring. I know I was about to, start the post game then, and but no, it was a good timeout at that point. You got to swallow your pride, call a timeout, and I think that steadied the ship a bit.
Yeah, that Fourth Carolina was especially with 3 minutes left. We had Burks, IQ, Fournier, Noel, and Randall in the lineup. I didn't imagine a lineup and as our guards with Burks, IQ, and Fournier. I did not have that on the radar. I thought at least Burks would be in for Fournier, but being the game that Fournier was having in with no Barrett, I understand why Tibbs did that, and it actually helped us out. It spread the floor more. Randall was way passive a lot more, so I actually like that lineup, and they actually did a great job with that lineup tonight.
Yep. Yeah, no, definitely. And go ahead, Divine.
No. I was saying that was a great point, KJ. Tibbs did a good job with that, keeping that lineup in the air. And that's what you got to see, man. You got to go with the guy that's going to bring you home, and I think he did a good job of that tonight.
Yep. So just before we get into the player grades and everything, what's your general feeling now after having seen tonight? For me, it's starting lineup has to be changed because starting tomorrow, to me, Alec Burks and Beans' point, second unit saved us again. We're just seeing the same things again. Slow start. Although, Evan Fournier was a better game, at least shots went down. But what's your overall feeling, Divine, after seeing tonight?
You know what? I don't know where we would go with the Alec Burks thing because I would have to wait to see if this Fournier thing continues. But they going. I don't know if they can put him in the starting lineup because of who they're going to take out. RJ and Kemba Walker. I don't know. Because if Fournier did like he did tonight, then that like I said, if Fournier doing good, we probably win a game. And that's what happened. When we was losing games, because he was stinking up the joint. And now I'm so glad that I can go back to all our streams and talk about that because, like I said, that one cat was affecting everything we did. He had a good night. We won the game. You know what I mean? Fournier, the $19 million was important. What he did tonight is what the Knicks paid him to do. Almost $1 a point, $1 million a point. You almost had $19 million. You always had 19 points tonight, close to it. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? And I think he did it. And we'll see, man. But it's gonna be hard. Let's say if he's gonna stick up the joint to get Chicago, then I guess you're gonna have to think about the Alec Burks thing. But right now, I still think we just had a lackadaisical first quarter. The second unit, they they didn't bring their game to the table. The guy, RJ was off big time. So I don't think they're there yet, but I do think that give them another game. Let's see how they play tomorrow in Chicago. Let's see what this is a fluke tonight. Now, if Fournier come out there tomorrow and do what he did tonight, you might be seeing that the man might be getting his rhythm, might be getting his groove back. So, Kemba, he played hard, didn't have a lot of points, but he did play hard. I'm glad he didn't hurt himself bad on that play when he went down. But it's still alarming because of stagnation a little bit. It's still you don't got that free flowing yet. But so we'll see, man. I think we got to give it a game or two, like we said, by 20 games to see. But tonight, I'll just take it, man, for what it is.
Yep. KJ, your overall thoughts?
My overall thoughts is still up in the air. Like I said, anybody can have good games, and tonight was Fournier's good game. My thing is now seeing the consistency. We need to see that from winning NBA teams. We see consistency every night. So the question is now, can Fournier do the same thing he did tonight? Can he duplicate what he did tonight? That's what I'll be looking to see what he can do tomorrow night. Obviously, we know that Tibbs is still staying starting lineup. They're going to go with it probably. And let's see where's that, because Chicago has a lot of guards. So we need to see what's going to happen with that tomorrow. But overall, we did a way better job. Our shots were finally going in. And we see what happens when the shots are finally going in for a number of players. And it worked in our favor tonight. So it's just now seeing the consistency.
Yeah, I agree. And we're facing a great test tomorrow because Chicago's defense is no joke. If we don't make that starting lineup switch, like you said, we might end up with 10 points after the first quarter. And Beans asked, what do we think of Randall's game? Yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about the player performances, the grades. We'll pull up the box score, and we'll start from the order of top to bottom. Julius Randle, 33 minutes, 4 of 15 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. Was a +2. Finally, we see most of the starters in the positive. 16 points. Almost a triple-double in terms of 9 assists, 10 boards. Julius Randle, he didn't really have it going offensively, but he started to find the hot hand. He started to find the teammates. He still hasn't obviously come out of this slump, but I'm glad he didn't force certain things tonight. I've got to give Julius Randle a C+. Divine?
Yeah. I'm gonna go B+. Like I said, that's huge, triple-double. He's a +2. He shot the ball. Other than his shooting wasn't great, but everything else he did was phenomenal. The cat had 10 rebounds, 9 assists. That means he got other people involved. And like I said, that's what you want to see when you're not scoring. Like I said, we got to remember, like I always say, Julius Randle against some tall front lines is going to be an issue sometime. Christian Woods is linky. What's my name? Daniel Tice, athletic, kind of linky. He always going to have problem scoring against the guys. So what you going to do when you can't score that good? You go and do the other things. He rebound like he always do. He got 9 assists. That's really important because that means he had 16 points. So he was really part of anywhere from 30. He was how would I say it? Responsible for 30 something points. He had 16. He had 9 assists. Let's say it all was 2-point baskets. That's 18 points. 18 to 16 is 34. So he was responsible for 34 of the Knicks points tonight because he had 9 assists. So I'm giving him a B+ because he played an all-around game. He didn't force it, and he played within the floor of the offense, and his defense was decent tonight. He put in much effort. I seen one play where he lacked. That's one play I seen like, that could have old Julius Randle. But after that, I didn't see it no more. And he was going in the bucket hard. He wasn't settling for threes. He tried to get in that lane when he can, and I was happy to see that. He trying to force some contact. So I'm just going to give him a B+. I think, he really played an all-around good game.
Yep. Okay, Jay?
I'm giving Randle a B. Here's why. Double-double. We know Randle's good for a double-double when his eyes closed. The man can get a double-double. Another thing is I like what he did coming out that first quarter, coming back in the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. He progressed in his game. He did take some shots, places to the hole a couple times, which I did like. What I didn't like is when he was shooting the ball and he kept missing. And I'm like, just take the ball to the hole. It's all you got to do. He's so big and strong down there. He just has to keep doing that. But overall, I give this man a B just because of double factor, and he was a difference maker in this game with the 9 assists. Think about it. Julius Randle with 9 assists. That's not like him. He's either rebounding, he's making points, he's making shots, or he's getting fouled, going to the hole. So I'm giving Julius Randle a B tonight.
Yeah. Real quick, and you know what? To give the Randle been putting up good assist numbers all year. Last year he put up a couple of triple doubles. That's what we've been wanting to see. See, I think you would have seen more of that guy if these guys would have been hitting their shots this season. Well, that's one thing I do like about Randle. He's a good point forward. That's one thing he can do real well. He's a good point forward when he's not forcing stuff. So that 9 assists tonight. Remember, I said at the beginning of the season, what was our prediction on how many triple doubles Julius Randle want to get? I went 10.
Yeah.
Remember, I went 10 because that's what he do. That's what he do. You know, he's a good point forward when he's not forcing stuff.
Yeah. He left a couple at the line. Let me see. Free throw 6 of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. His free throw shooting's not been as strong, but I'm just glad he didn't force it tonight. The hot hand was there. He didn't try to take that matchup personally with Sengun and Jay Sean Tate, and things like that. But he needs to get it together. He needs to his shot needs to start falling soon. Hopefully, 4 of 15 from the field. I just think he hasn't got that kind of pop yet. It's hard to describe what it is. I mean, I know he's had he's had a new child, another blessing. Do you think he's put on weight? Did he look any heavier to you tonight?
No, I think honestly, what I really think it is, CT, he's still learning his teammates. He's learning how to finally trust, not finally, because if we finally trust him, we see a different Randle, but he doesn't have to be the man. For so long, the man had to be the man, but now you have a lot of help. So he's still trying to figure that out. Like, I don't have to force things. Let me shoot it when I don't have to. So we're still seeing that in this game. And then we see the frustration come out during the game when it's not going the way he thinks it should go. So I think through time, he has to keep trusting his teammates. And that's what we're seeing with him.
Yeah. Salute to Allah Wise. Yeah. Randle and Knicks overall, they didn't get a lot of calls tonight. You hit with that one, and that it does affect the field goal percentage, absolutely. And salute to Tone Wu, Garden of Knicks, salute fam. Ran Rock, salute fam. Baked Beans gives Randle a C+. Sharp Powers, Randle a B+ as well, almost a trip dub, and only 2 turnovers. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Only 2 turnovers from Randle. So let's touch on the next starting player. Mitchell Robinson, Divine, had 18 minutes. We know he took that shot, had a bruised nose, wasn't available to come back. Was 3 or 4, 4 rebounds in that time, 4 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive, 5 overall, 1 steal, 2 blocks, which is great, +5, 6 points. Look, given the 18 minutes he played, his impact was great defensively. His toughness was much needed as well. I'm going to give Mitch a B tonight.
Good grade. Yeah, I had B+ for the minutes he played. I think he set the tone in that first quarter. He literally set the tone. He's like, okay, we not scoring. We only got 13 points, whatever. But Mitch set the tone on defense to keep us in that game. He was playing some phenomenal defense tonight, man. He was all over the place, man. Like I said, the 2 block shots that he blocked. But a lot of them, he was altering. You know what I mean? He had a couple of one jump ball, whatever the case may be, and a couple of fouls that they called him that shouldn't have been fouled. His energy was phenomenal, though. I like the way Mitch played tonight. I hope we can get that for him. We can get what we got tonight for him and Noel going forward, but staying on the floor, we good. We good. That's all I want to see. Right there, what I seen tonight for them 2 boys in the middle, but especially Mitchell Robinson finally trying to get his legs under him. He's starting to get there. Like I said in my show earlier, he's starting to get his legs under him. Got a nice oop there and there. He's battling, man. So I definitely give him a B+, and I think he's worthy of that tonight.
Yeah,
I'm giving Mitch a C tonight. 5 rebound thing for me. We need more production from that rebound from him. Only 6 points in 18 minutes. Big body down there. We know Mitch is going after the contract. Show us why you want this contract, Mitch. Them guys were short tonight down in Houston. You got to bully these guys. You know, like it's not too many centers like you out here. You got to do that. And think about Mitch. I'm gonna start calling Mitch the Dwayne Wade and AI of our team. The guy goes down every single game. You know, no matter what. So I love his heart and his grittiness, but we just need some more production from him. And I think definitely on defense, he provides that. Once he keeps moving his feet, CT and Divine, I think this man could be a defensive player of the year, like a Rudy Gobert, maybe even better because he's more mobile than him. But I just think he's still learning too. And it's a wait and see with him too as he keeps going. And like I said, these guys are still learning each other. But tonight I'm giving Mitch a C.
Yeah, I think he's improved on keeping his feet on the ground now.
Nice.
Not biting on those fakes. That's definitely keeping him out of foul trouble. He's definitely lost a step. He's just not as quick. But for what we're paying him, and you know the way he's fighting through these matchups and injuries as well, I just want to see what Mitch continues to look like throughout the season because he has had an interrupted first part of the season, and he's still helping us as well. So salute to Mitch for that. And yeah, LRY's great point. The refs did mess up the flow tonight. You know, a lot of these initiations going to the rim. Instead of crying, we don't get the calls. That's how you get to the line. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, absolutely. It would disrupt the game from their standpoint because I believe that in that first half, the Houston Rockets was getting a lot of favorable calls, a lot of them. That's what I'm like, man. Why the same stuff they going on down here? That because we more physical don't mean we shouldn't be getting the calls, or we should, they should have been giving us a lot of calls down there because it should have been like and that's why Tibbs was upset. I see why. A lot of them calls like, what the hell y'all doing? I mean, they doing the same thing on the other end. But you're not giving, you're not calling that same type of foul down there, and that's why Noel was upset. That's why Tom Thibodeau was upset. They're like, oh no, you got to call this both ways. You know what I mean? And that's what the coach is supposed to do, and that's what players got to do. Sometimes you got to get a tech to let them know that you this ain't fair. You know what I mean? And we started getting aggressive, and that would happen. But salute to the Knicks for just not letting it get into their head. They didn't let it get into their head and take them out of their game. They stayed down, stayed with composure, and they came to play and they pulled it out.
Yep, facts. And Tone Wu gives Mitch a B- tonight. Yeah, that's solid right. Grade. Would have liked to see what it looked like. Had he not gone out and was able to finish the game. But Nerlens stepped up, and we'll give Nerlens his grade soon. Let's touch on now the man from New York, the Bronx native, Kemba Walker, tonight. He played 21 minutes, which is pretty consistent with what he's been doing lately. 3 of 7 from the field, shot 50%, 2 of 4 from 3, split his 2 free throws, 2 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, which was good. Just 2 fouls, was a +5. Hallelujah. Kemba Walker was in the plus tonight with 9 points. In 21 minutes, Kemba Walker held his own. Wasn't one of his worst games for the season by any means. So I'm going to give Kemba a C+ for tonight.
Yeah. I can go with that. 'Cause I think he didn't have but he didn't shoot the ball bad. If you combine the 3-point percentage and the field goal percentage, he went 5 for 11. That's damn near 50% from the floor tonight. He didn't score a lot, but he did other things. Yeah, he tried to get his team involved. I love that game with him and Mitch when he keep getting down that middle and he throw Mitch that swing pass right there in the post and Mitch going off for that ram. Him and Kemba Walker, if Kemba Walker can get in that lane and do that just a little bit more, he gonna find Mitch and them like that all the time. So I go C+ with him because it's just due to the fact he didn't score a lot, but he was efficient at scoring. Like I said, he shot 5 for 11 total. You know what I mean? So that's not bad. But he had 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Like I said, 1 turnover, but he had, so I take that, man. So it was good to see him get out there and get a little. I'm glad that he got bumped around tonight too. That was a good thing that he got bumped around and got a little bit of. Because I think our players haven't been taking a lot of contact so far this year like that. That's why I was happy about that game. It was a gritty game. To me, it was almost like a New York style basketball game tonight. You know what I mean? Low scoring, a lot of physical play. And I think them guys needed to start getting physical. And I think Houston brought the physical out of them tonight. So, but salute to Kemba Walker, man. Now I give him a C+. He was out there scrapping, did the best he can.
Right.
Yep.
I'm going Kemba. I'm giving him a B+ tonight. I think all the other production that everybody else up out there, the man that much scoring wasn't really needed because of that. Another thing I want to point out about Kemba Walker that I've seen tonight that I haven't seen. We talk about this man defense. I've seen this man getting around screens tonight. We haven't seen that. I've seen the man guarding people out past the half court line. We have not seen that yet in Kemba Walker. So it just goes to show you that, these guys are hearing the callings. They're hearing what's going on. And I'm pretty sure they don't like it. And they got a lot to prove. I'd rather have a team that's ready to prove things. But Kemba's grade tonight is a B, just for those facts. 9 points, 2 for 4 from 3. That's all that was needed. He did his job as a point guard, so he gets a B tonight for me.
Yeah, and we'll see what it looks like moving forward. Slow start again. Not blaming everything on Kemba, but yeah, I just feel like a shake-up is necessary. And salute to D. Rouse, salute Frederick, be civilized, salute. Everyone's up in here after an average win, I'll call it. I wouldn't call it disgusting, but I wouldn't call it a good win either. It's definitely an average win, but it was much needed. And you just take it as you can get it. Tomorrow we may look pretty. Tomorrow shots may fall. We may just play better. And I think you have a tendency to play down to your opponents, right? When you're playing a team that hasn't won in 14 games and they're scrapping and clawing and like KJ's just said, the starting units under the pump, a lot of pressure on them. I think they look like a team under pressure in that first quarter, only putting up 13 points. But the shots started falling for some of these guys. Alec Burks, Evan Fournier. Maybe we are hoping to see after 20 games, fellas, that maybe most of our players can be in a groove.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's going to hopefully by 20 games, like you said, these guys, I'm not making no excuse for none of them. When they stink, you stink. I got to tell you that right now. But I also know the game of basketball and just to piggyback off of Clyde and Breen, they said, listen, last year we was 11 and something. It takes time. This is a new D5 guy starting in that unit. Never played together consistently other than RJ and Randall because Mr. Robinson was hurt too much last year for him to be consistent with them. So you like I said, you putting 3 new guys in the starting unit that never play ball together. It's going to take time to get acclimated. But like I said, I'm gonna stay into the 20 game. Like I said, after 20 games, if shit don't get no better, I'm with you, CT. Then go ahead and shake it up. But I think a win cures all. Sometime. Let's see how they come out tomorrow. They come out there tomorrow and play hard but lose, but they play hard with grit like they did today, but lose. Then I'm saying, okay, I can see that. You win Chicago, they on their home base. They way more talent than Chicago. Not Chicago, than Houston. But I do think that this going hopefully they come out there and play a tough game tomorrow. And if we lose with pride and dignity, and we went hard. We left everything out there. They just happen to be the better team that night. That's all I want to see tomorrow. So we'll be right back where we were today. We was 8-7, now we 9-8. So we still had one game. We didn't lose nothing in the last 2 games. So until we get better at the stuff, but Fournier playing good tonight was a good sign for me. And I knew it happened sooner or later, but I'm glad it happened tonight.
Yeah. Before I kick it to KJ, I'll just say, with all our players barely playing very well, most of these players couldn't probably play any worse. And we are 2 games over. Last season, to be civilized point, after 26 games, we were 11 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
So you made this point, KJ, recently. We look ugly in a lot of these games, but the record is the most important thing. Teams start playing better later in the season normally.
Right. And to those point in Devon point, I heard that comment they said, 11-16, 11-15, you're right. And then also another one, we were 25 and 27 through 52 games last year. So old fast, how do we forget as Knicks fans, just over a year ago? But this is what happens when we're winning. Winning is like the cure to everything. Then sometimes we just forget as a fan, like, man, this team, their win totals wasn't that good. We were under 500, but we're now over 500 through 16 games, which is great. But I think that for all of us, we just want to see this team. We know this team has firepower, and our expectations should be a lot higher, and we know what they can do. It's just that when we don't see it, the product being what we're predicting on the court, everybody's upset. Everybody can't be right, and we get that. But I still think this team has a chance to make it big in the Eastern Conference and NBA because we just have too much firepower on this team, and we've seen a lot of that tonight. Look what Evan Fournier did tonight, 19 points, efficient from the three. My man was playing defense, dishing it out. MJ Burke. So it's so many different heroes on this team. Quickly, you know, so just that lineup alone, fellas, I never thought I would see a lineup with Quickly, Burks, and with Quickly, Burks, and Fournier as your guard, and that had production with no Barrett. That was amazing to me. So, you know, and quote unquote, Barrett has our defense. Fournier doesn't play defense, but Fournier was in there the 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter he came in, but you get my point though, you know?
Yeah.
But actually has better shooting, Divine. I think Fournier, Burks, and Quickly stretch you out a bit more than RJ out there, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I didn't get Kemba that's why I didn't want to get Kemba too bad of a grade, because you know why? They didn't need him. Burks and Quickly had that thing locked down. So, you know, it wasn't like they saved him for tomorrow. They saved Kemba Walker for tomorrow. Okay, you know what? Burks and Quickly got it going. And D Rose didn't even have it going. RJ didn't have it going. We still put up the numbers we put up. I just think that once this whole thing get in sync, I think we'll be feeling much better about this team. But you know, you gotta salute the way they played tonight, man. It was an ugly game. They came out the gate slow, but they got together. And like I said, MJ Burks, like Spreewell would say, came through for it. I was really impressed with the way Quickly came in that third or fourth quarter and started getting in that rhythm, man. He's a confident young man, I can tell you that much. They got that him and Burks earning their minutes and topping them.
Yeah, facts. Salute, be civilized. All he wants is the team to peak at the right time. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Facts.
Straight facts. Yep. We're not even a quarter way mark yet. Yes, we're disgusted at what we're seeing from the starting lineup. I'd still, you know, it's enough sample size to make a switch up. But for the team-wise, it's not doom and gloom because we're 2 games over. We could still mess around and finish in the wherever we predicted. You know, it's still so early days.
Facts. Yeah. Oh, it takes a little street. I tell you what, though, boy, if we win that one in Chicago tomorrow, we're gonna be on to something.
Let's go in there, and so this is the second game in Chicago, isn't it?
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Second game. You know, I know whenever you get into the segment with Chicago, we'll talk about it. But I like our chances with Noel and Mitch back down there. I think we taller than them. We posed a problem to them on the defense end with the back centers. Vucevic, you know, he's Vucevic, but if we can go in there tomorrow, man, you talking about going there tomorrow and win that game? Oh my goodness, coming back home with 2 games against 2 top teams. That'd be great.
Facts. Salute King Dezo and Baked Beans. Salute fam. Yeah, we just need consistency.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said we could have lost tonight and we'll go out and beat Chicago. We won tonight. We might lose tomorrow. It's just what do we look like in a bigger sample size? I hope these guys that had it going tonight continue. Alec Burks has been consistent recently. Quickly's been consistent, so you got to give them their flowers. Toppin, let's continue on with the starting unit. Evan Fournier, the man from France, played 30 minutes tonight, had it going offensively, 7 of 13 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3, 50% from 3. That's what you want to see, +7 tonight, 19 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, just 1 turnover and just 2 fouls as well. So he held his own, you know, wasn't playing the best opposition, but I'm glad he may have found his groove tonight, Divine, and I'll give Evan Fournier a B tonight. I'm
going the same thing, brother. You know, great mind, think alike. I give him a B. It was good to see. +7, aggressive. He was aggressive. You know what I mean? Not only he was shooting 3 ball, he was going to the hole, trying to get in the lane, still playing unsuffered. Because like I said, you look at the 2 assists. Some shots he gave, he tried to give to, they didn't knock him down. You know what I mean? So he could have easily had 5 assists and a couple of shots he gave to Julius. He didn't make them, but that's not here or there. But I do give him a B. I think this was the best game he played in a long time. He wasn't shy with the ball. When he got open, he wasn't hesitating. He was shooting in rhythm and he was knocking them down. That deep one from the top of the key, I'm like, okay. So Fournier definitely get a B for me tonight, man. He played good, and our second quarter, I don't even have a problem with a B plus because he really played good ball tonight. We were so happy to see that.
Right, that's what I'm going with. CT and I'm going with a B plus for the man. 19 points, 5 for 10. This is what we paid this man to come here for. He made some plays off the ball, even on defense. We need this guy every night. It's consistent. We don't need Evan Fournier to go tomorrow and put up 5 points, 2 steals, and we don't need that. Like we had plays like that in the past, and this guy is a proven NBA player, and we know what he can do. And tonight just was like, it took some air out. Some of the, well, should we start this guy or should we not? Like I don't want to go back and forth. However, I still like to see some movement in that starting lineup. Again, 13 points does not help this team production-wise at all against the elite teams. It's not going to work. So let's just see what happens tomorrow for this guy. But I'm just hoping he comes out tomorrow doing the same exact thing he did tonight. But again, tonight he gets a B plus for me.
Yeah, and what I want to see with Evan is good shot selection. It's unfair on him. Sometimes he does get the ball with the shot clock down, and we saw tonight again he had to heave. A couple of air balls. That's why I like Evan in the second unit. I feel like he's going to get incredible good looks with Quickly and Rose pushing the pace, or Rose and whoever pushing the pace, getting Evan in his spot, and then his money from there. He's just been, the starting lineup, he's just asked to do a bit too much. And Bake gives him a C plus. Yep. Yeah, C plus. That's fairly standard. So let's touch on the last starter tonight. RJ Barrett, 25 minutes, struggled offensively, 4 of 13, just 1 of 5 from 3, hit both free throws, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 foul, was the only starter in a minus tonight, just 11 points in 25 minutes. It's interesting, we said last night, we had high hopes after the Pelicans game. He's becoming star Jay Barrett, most improved. This slide continues for RJ. I don't know what it is. He's struggling. I got to give RJ a D plus tonight.
Yeah, I'm about there. I'm about the same way. He just going through the motions right now. You know what I mean? And hopefully he get together. But yeah, I'm with you with the D plus. He just gotta. Young man got to work his way out of it, just like Evan Fournier did. You got to find a way to work your way out of it. And shooters keep shooting, players keep playing. Quickly been through it. He went through the thing. So he got to find a way. He got to find a way to get out of it. And I think he will. I'm not concerned about no guys. I just think that right now he's stinking up the joint. But so he get a D plus for me as well.
Yep. I'm giving RJ a C. Here's why. RJ did not play at all in the fourth quarter. 11 points. That's great production that we need, even on a bad game. 1 from 5 from 3-point range. We know the man could do better. But being the fact this man did not play all 4 quarters, and we didn't need him to play for his production tonight, and that's why he sat down a lot. And that was a great thing. I didn't think Tibbs was gonna. I wanted to see how long he was gonna put people back into the game. So, but as far as RJ tonight, he gets to see. I still think 11 points as far as production wise is good for this team when everybody's hitting. Now, if everybody wasn't hitting, it'd be a little rougher than that, but he gets to see for me tonight.
Yep. Yeah, Bean's gone with C minus. He got no calls. Yeah, facts. A-la Wise, 1 rebound too. That can't happen as well. Sharp Hours, Star J gets a C plus as well. He still can impact the game in other ways. The shot's not falling. I think he's second guessing himself a little bit, and we all know he plays really well. He plays good in the second unit. Recently, he plays loose, comfortable. I think this is just a slump throughout the season. I think at some point this season, RJ Barrett's going to be star J Barrett too. But the biggest thing is inconsistency from him right now. Third season now. We spoke on it last night. Divine. We'd love to see RJ Barrett be, more consistent so far in his third season for me.
Yep, facts. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see how the next 4 games go, 5 game when we get to the 20 game. Let's see where RJ at. He's definitely not playing RJ the last 3 or 4 games. Like you say, you don't want peaks and valleys, man. You just want straight peaks. You can't be up and down. You can't be a peak and a valley and all season long. But I know because I just say it's gonna be nice with guys like Fournier don't have it. There's gonna be guys like Kemba Walker don't have it. We need RJ to be that dude. You know what I mean, so. But like I said, I think he will. I think he's, like I say, just going through it, and then that's how this team is. Man, you know what? They all going through their little mini slumps, but we know they staying competitive, And tonight, that team they got down in Houston is athletic, man. Like I was saying, and I say, those are athletic young men down there, and so you got to be careful who you playing out there because they got length. Like Kenyon Martin Jr. He's athletic. Them cats are athletic. You know what I mean? They get up. Christian Woods athletic. Daniel Tice athletic. Them cats is athletic down there, man. You know what? And when you got guys who could jump like that and who are aggressive like that, they're gonna make it hard on you. They're gonna make it hard on you. And RJ Barrett, to me, I don't think he's athletic as I would like him to be. You know what I mean? But he gets up, but he don't get up like some of these guys in the league. You know what I mean? And so he not getting a lot of the calls that he could be getting. He was going up higher, not to dunk on people, to get your vertical up. So when you go up higher, they smack you in your arm or hit you in your body, and the rest ain't calling it down here. They want to see you get smacked here. So if he don't jump high enough, he's getting smacked in his body all the time. The rest is not giving you that. This is a whole different NBA this year. So RJ Barrett need to start when he going to the hole, go up high as you can. You don't even got to dunk it on nobody. Just make sure that person that you're going up against, you're making it hard for the refs to see if they hit your hand or not. And I think that's where he got to get better at. Drive to the hole, get on your springs, and make them catch fire you above your head, and then the rest will see it. Because he just don't get no calls, man. I'm like, man, I just think that because he finessing them little layups and finger rolls. So he definitely got to get it up, man. But he definitely get a D+ me, man. He just didn't come play his game tonight. And Tibbs sat him in the fourth quarter for a reason. Not because they didn't need him, because he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing good basketball. That's what that was. You know what I mean? Because I'm quite sure if RJ was having a good game, they would have put him back in there. You're not doing it tonight, so I don't need. I'm happy with Tibbs like that, man. I'm glad to see that he did it the last couple of games when he sat the starters, sat the whole first and third quarter. I meant to say the third and fourth quarter. I'm glad to see Tibbs starting to hold these cats accountable. If you ain't doing it, sit on the bench. Fournier, if you ain't doing it, sit on the bench. Or Kemba Walker, if you ain't doing it, sit on the bench, bro. I got to get Tibbs and flowers that he's starting to get back holding cats accountable like he did to him last year. So that was good to see. But RJ got to step it up. He will, though.
Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, KJ. LRY's made a great comment here. First time he saw RJ complain. So, yeah, his head wasn't fully in the game tonight.
Yeah, these guys are getting frustrated, man, like us. They hear the complaints. They hear what's going on. It's basketball, and all of us played playground basketball before. When we not getting the calls we want, that we think we getting fouls, we gonna get in somebody's face. We gonna argue with you. But it was good to finally see that tonight from him, because he's not really that type of player. So what is really happening now? What's really happening now is these guys say we do not want to lose to a 1-14 team, and then we'll really be the laughingstock in the NBA going into a stretch that we got to go into. So I'm just happy we got this W. It's over with. Now we got to get ready for Chicago tomorrow. And like let me say, when we played Chicago the first time, we were blowing these guys out. Let's not forget that. We were blowing the doors off Chicago. Just somehow, some way, these guys came back with 3-4 minutes left in that game somehow. So let's keep that in mind too. It wasn't like Chicago was with us all 3 quarters. It just happened in the 4 or 5 minutes left. So
straight facts. We were shooting well that night. I remember. We were just in good form. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow even more now after seeing tonight, because I think we didn't win the fashion we wanted to see, but sometimes all it takes is a dub just for the shackles to come off, and tomorrow night they might play freely, they might play loose. I think we're playing with house money tomorrow. We're probably the underdog, so we'll chop up tomorrow's game more when we open the panel too. But let's get back to the bench now. The bench picked us up again, mostly all in the positive. Obi Toppin in 15 minutes. Was 1 of 3, didn't shoot too much, shot 2 threes. Some of those pull-up trailing threes, he needs to continue to improve on that area if he's going to let them fly. But he hit all 4 free throws. That's great to see. 4 rebounds, 1 assist as well. No steal, no block, 3 turnovers, 2 fouls, was a +5 in the 15 minutes, 6 points. So, yeah, pretty stationary game from Obi. Got to give him a C tonight, Divine.
Yeah, I'm on the same thing. C. He didn't have a great game, but he still, I was happy to see him shoot them shots though, because I wanted to see. To me, even when he came out, that was a confident shot. Obi Toppin was confident when he went to knock down that long 3. I want to see him do that. Be confident in your ability. You knocked down 2 nice ones the other night. He's shooting it good from the free throw line. So I think he must have been working on his rhythm, his shooting, because like the other game he knocked down some nice all net 3-pointers. He been shooting good from the charity stripe, and that first one he shot today, it didn't go in, but I like that he wasn't scared to take that shot. You know what I mean? So even if you miss them, hey, over 2 is over 2. You know what I mean? But at least you had confidence taking them. And that's what them cats got. Obi Toppin is one thing he got to always keep doing, have confidence. Him and RJ, them 2 to me needed the most. You know what I mean? Obi Toppin got to stay confident. RJ got to stay confident. So I was happy that he shot them shots, man, and they didn't go in. So what? Next time they might go in. You know what I mean? But overall, I give him a C today. He put some effort in there. And so we hopefully got to keep it going. And King Dizzo, salute to you. We appreciate you, man, for being part of this thing. Make subscribe to the channel. Real talk.
Yeah, facts. Sharp Powers also gives Obi a C. KJ.
I'm sweeping the board C all around the board. Like, one thing we know about Obi is always going to give us that energy that we need off the bench. We know what Obi's going to, even if he's not giving us that production that we know he can do, the high fly dunks, we know the man can shoot. I do think Obi's going to end his career as a small forward once he gets that shot. Devon, you always say this, put Obi at 3. And the more and more I see his game, I believe this man is playing out of position. Now, we know in the NBA it's positionless basketball, but I think Obi at the 3 is suit him well, especially when the man gets a jump shot, because people threes are not going to be able to match up with a 6'9" guy that's a high flyer, energized guy, and that can shoot and jump out the gym. So I just be on the lookout for that, guys, with the next couple of years. Obi will play at that 3 position, and then we'll find another 4, hopefully. But Obi gets to see tonight.
Yeah. About 15 minutes, that's what he's been averaging. Sometimes he plays longer if Randall doesn't have it. But, yeah, he can only do what he can do in his minutes, in his role. And that's an energizer bunny coming in. That they maybe could have found him for a few lobs today, like Quickly did. But yeah, he's not hurting the team. That's the biggest thing. I've never seen really Obi hurt the team at all. And Nerlens Noel tonight, what can you say? 29 minutes, was amongst it, got into it, took a couple shots, took a couple crazy blocks, 0 of 2 from the field, took a 3-pointer. I had to recheck my eyes on that one. Yeah, he shot that one in the corner. 2 of 2 from the field, 6 boards, assist, 3 blocks, 3 turnovers, 5 personal fouls. Like I said, was amongst it. Was a +6 at the end of the day with these 2 points only. This is what we expected from Nerlens Noel. Come in, affect the game any way, shape, or form, without scoring. And I got to give Nerlens Noel a B+ tonight. Divine.
Yes, CT. We thinking on the same wavelength all night. That's what I'm giving him. I was like, you know what? He changed. He affected that game when he came in there. The energy came up. His defense, his tenacity on the glass, trying to block shots, making them cats change up their shot coming down there. Played Christian Wood pretty well for the most part at the end of that game. Yeah, he definitely get a B+ for me tonight, man. He was playing some good ball. I'm so happy he back. He, like he said at the post-game interview, if you listen to his post-game interview, you'll see why we glad he back. And this cat got me excited. As when you listen to the post-game interview, you'll see why. Noel got me excited again because he's talking like, he said, listen, we about to get this thing, it take time, whatever. But he was saying like, I could have played better, but my win was down. I might have had my win because I'm just getting back. but he liked what is going on there, and I like that, man. Somebody like a veteran like that who gonna keep it 100. You know what I mean? And he did tonight, and I'm happy for him, man. B+ for me for sure.
Yeah, B's across the boards again, fellas. Noel is a different team when this guy's on the floor for us. As we see, he started that fourth quarter with the other guys. Now we want the starters to change, right? But now our fourth quarter is the starters that we really want to see. And look at the production we're getting with Noel on the floor at the center position. Another high energy guy. We know he's going to give you blocks. He's going to give you everything that we need, that we've been dying for in New York City. The man is energized. He's still hurt, but he's there. So again, Noel gets to be for me tonight.
Yep, and let's hope he can stay healthy, KJ, because like you said, he comes in, he does everything you need. That could arguably be play of the game when he blocked Christian Wood. I can't think of a more critical time of that game when Christian Wood cut to the rack, and seems like Nerlens was out of position and he got there.
Let me tell you, I was ready to jump through the screen when I heard that the Gardner was going crazy. Now again, even though it was a 1-14 team, I did not care. We needed it, and you see that energy. That's what's missing. When Noel's not on the floor and he's missing games like that, we don't have that guy that's going to get everybody else up and out their seat and jumping around, like getting hard back on defense. When that you look at, you only follow your leader. Everybody knows this game, follow your leader, right? And when you follow that leader and your leader is doing what they got to do, guess what? Everybody else is going to be energized, and this is what we're seeing on that second unit, and this is what we've seen tonight from them.
Yep. So let me ask both of you now. I'll start with Divine, then throw it to KJ. Based on what you've seen with both centers healthy, who would you prefer to start from here on out?
I'm gonna stay with Mitch. I just say I think in that because in that offense, in that first unit, his offense rebounding is important, because sometimes when you're shooting long shots, they're not going down. Mitch is a better offense rebounder, and I think that's huge in that first unit. When the Fournier and these cats ain't knocking them threes down, Mitch can clean up the glass. He's a good offense rebounder. His defense is coming along. I think Noel fits with that second unit because of the type of energy they play with. I think because of that second unit play with the energy they play with, like Obi Toppin, quickly Derrick Rose, and all them, Noel fit good with them because that's the energy there. And I think they got one of the best starting second units in the league, so I wouldn't even mess it up. I ain't broke, don't fix it. I think Noel fits that, him and Obi Toppin that front line with Alex Burks and quickly and Rose. That's a lot of energy down there, brother. Man, and that's why they rank amongst the best in the league at what they do. So yeah, I just like, because I think Mitch fits better with that team, because that's a slower team in the front in the starting unit. They play a slower game. I think that benefits Mitch because of the way they play, how slow they play, and I think Noel's got a lot of energy. I think he just fits well with them. So for now, I'm good with Mitch starting at the 5 because of the way they play.
All right. Yep. KJ, what about you?
I'm the same way. I'm going with Mitch. Like I said, it's the production right now. I think Mitch is our anchor. We need him there right now. You couldn't start Noel right now because of that team and that first unit team. We don't have. Noel's not a guard, so I think the center part right now to anchor our defense is Mitchell Robinson. Now, if Mitch goes down and gets hurt, Noel's coming right in, and we've seen a lot of that tonight. So right now, I wouldn't fix that. I'll keep Mitch there for right now.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I think out of the two, Mitch can play through toughness, injuries. He's a bit more durable than right now. You throw Nerlens out there for 25 minutes, maybe he just can't stay healthy. So yeah, I'm with that. I'll keep it as it is with the positions they're in. And what grade did you give Nerlens?
I gave him a B+, I think it was.
Yep, B+. And KJ gave him a
B.
B? Yep.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, now we get to Alec Burks, Sprees man, MJ Burks. 25 minutes. Wow, seemed like he played a bit more than that. But was 6 of 8 from the field, 6 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 5 boards, 3 assists, 5 steals, +1. This could be Alec Burks' best game as a New York Knick, I feel. 20 points.
Yeah, bro.
A+ for me. KJ Dub.
I'm missing. When the last time a Knick player had 5 steals? We gotta look that one up, man. He gets A+ for me too, man. He was fourth quarter Burke last year, but now this guy's doing it more on a consistent level. He's probably one of our most consistent Knick players through this stretch of losing games and games that we're winning. So I'm giving it to Alec Burke, and possibly, if I'm gonna throw it out in the atmosphere now, possibly in the running for a 6th man of the year.
Yeah, if he keeps this up. But that's if he doesn't get into the starting lineup.
Right.
Which I think
correct.
He put his case forward today, Divine.
Yeah, he did. Man, I get Alec Burks Duracell AA, brother.
I like that one.
That brother get the copper top from me tonight.
No sponsor involved.
Right. Dude shot 12. He hit 12 out of 15 shots, dude. He missed 3 shots. And all across the board, his numbers was all, hey man, he the one sparked that win for us. He came in that court, he lit that joint up. I mean, he knocking down threes from all over the place. He's aggressive, his defense. I'm like, man, he made it hard on Eric Gordon to really get it going. I mean, you got to give Burks his flowers tonight, brother. Like I said, let the Knicks get on a winning streak. Like I said the other day in the chat, you know what I mean? Let Alex Burks keep doing it. Y'all gonna forget about Reggie Bullock. You gonna forget about him. You're gonna be like, good move, Knicks. Alex Burks playing, and his defense is him and Quickly. I love that backcourt. I think, man, when them two in the game together, that 2 and 3 and even Derrick Rose have a good game, but Alex Burks like, nah, don't worry about it. Get on my back tonight. Take him and Quickly brought us home tonight. So salute to them two. But yeah, Burks definitely get a A+ for me. That brother was bringing it.
Straight facts. KJ, when he hit that deep 3, I was like, I think I let out a pretty loud shout.
You know what the thing about this guy, and the more and more I think about it, Alec Burke is a silent leader on his team.
Mm-hmm.
He's waving guys off. He's bringing the ball up. Julius, get out the way. My man came down, come to the court, pull up. That's what we need. And that's why this is what we need on that first unit. I believe Burke should start at the first unit, bring Fournier off the bench, just because of these reasons. We need another guy out there that could wave Julius away in that first quarter.
Facts.
Think about it. If Burks was in that starting lineup tonight, guys, do you think we would have had 13 points? I'm starting with me. I don't think we would have had 13 points because he provides 2 services. The man can play point guard, and the man can shoot your lights up. The man can go to the hole. He has and he can post you up. And he doesn't look like he can do all those production things. So let's start this man. We have to start him sooner or later. So he gets I'm with you, Divine, a Duracell AAA battery tonight.
Yeah,
definitely.
He was getting it.
Yeah, in the words of Be Civilized, AAA+ battery. We might be inventing a new battery there with the way Alec Burks is charging us up. You know,
he is.
And I love what KJ just said. You know, wave. I love that. It's music to my ears. Someone who can wave Julius away.
Yep. And Julius respect his game too. Julius respect him. You know, because he definitely had that lithium in his battery tonight, brother. He was lighting that. I'm like, he is charged up in this piece, man.
Get this, fellas. You know, he's been on the Warriors and he's been on Philly. So he's been on, you know, teams that matter. You know, winning teams. So yeah, you're right. They respect him, and I think he's a bona fide 2 guard that we really don't have. I think Evan Fournier, he's a 2 guard, but he's not shifty, he's not quick. Alec Burks is the closest player to remind me of Jamal Crawford, you know, when he's on.
Yeah, when he's going, bro, he is going.
Now, hey, Divine, CT, as far as shooting the ball or dribbling Alec Burke?
Shooting.
Okay.
Yeah. Certainly not. No disrespect to Jay Crossover, you know.
All right.
Boy, I tell you what, Alex Burks never got hurt in his career when he had that knee injury in Utah. He was on the cusp of being. That boy was athletic too. He was athletic. And oh my God, you go back and look at some of Alex Burks' tapes back in the days, and when he got in the NBA before he got that knee injury, he was on the cusp of something. That's one dude I could say him and Sean Livingston. If they wouldn't have got injured in their career, them boys was about to today. They're going to be the real deal. And Alex Burks had that injury to set him back. But yeah, good job by Alex Burks today, man. That brother was on fire today.
Yeah. To that point, Divine, Kobe respected him. You know, I think Kobe said when he came out that this kid has talent. But yeah, great point. He hit injuries. People call him a journeyman. Yeah, I guess he's inconsistent at times, but he's still got the game. And $10 million a year. When you look at some of these contracts that are woeful throughout the league, KJ, like that's a great signing.
Again, we have to give kudos to this front office. I mean, $10 million for 3 years, $30 million. I mean, come on, look at the production this man is giving us. So it's like we damned if we do, damned if we don't. You know, this guy really reminds me of Aaron Afalo. That's who his game reminds me of a lot, just because of their production, the shooting, the dribbling. But as far as him, I just think he's our starting 3 guard. I mean, 3 guard. He's our starting 3. He at some point, guys, he has to start over Fournier. And I agree with you, CT. Bring Fournier off the bench with that production. We've seen what he can do if he's going to sit Barrett. So it's like tomorrow night is going to be very interesting, fellas, just to see if these guys are going to be consistent. That's what I really want to see tomorrow. I cannot wait till tomorrow at 8 p.m. to check this game out.
ACT, you know what's and Katie, you know what's interesting about tomorrow, real quick? When we played Chicago last time, quickly and the Burks wasn't even popping like this. Think about it. They wasn't even popping like this the last time we played them.
That's a fact. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, and Mitchell Noel wasn't there, not both of them. So let's go get it, man. I'm like, we can run and handle this shit tomorrow. Word up.
Salute the Fishers. Burks needs to swap contracts with Evan. Yeah, man. Hey.
I think y'all about to see Evan. I think y'all about to see Evan get it popping. I'm telling you. Y'all about to see him get it popping. Word born, though. He gonna do it. I think Evan about to get it popping sooner or later. So I think it'll be big tomorrow for him. Going up against Levine and all them cats and DeRozan. That's gonna be a big test for Fournier tomorrow. Hope he can come through for us.
Facts. Yep. Yeah, looking forward to that. And yeah, great point. Let's touch on IQ. The last man off the bench, 21 minutes, 3 of 5. Hit that timely 3 again, 2 of 4 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw. Didn't get an assist, didn't get a steal, didn't get a block. Just 1 turnover, 4 fouls. Was a plus 11 though, which was critical in 21 minutes to be plus 11. 13 points. Played his role as spark off the bench again. IQ continues some decent form. Got to give IQ a B+ tonight.
Damn. Am I writing this stuff down? Because you seem like you're hitting on everything I'm thinking in my mind. Yo, that's the same thing I had, man. B+. What that third quarter spark he came in with today, and he wasn't looking like he was going to be in the game for a while today. I was like, okay, quickly. And next thing you know, this cat coming up, pulling off of them curls, and they were throwing some good screen for him tonight. And he was bang. He was knocking them down. So I definitely got to give him a B+ too, man. He played well tonight.
Right, and I'm going with IQ would be. He made some timely threes in that third and fourth quarter. Timely 3-pointers he had. Like I said, man, I remember it was 91-91 with 5 minutes left. My man came in, hit a timely 3-pointer that we needed, and these Tibbs are starting to trust him in. As remember we talked about in the beginning of the year, who's going to be the closing guards? We thought it was Kemba Rose, and we want to see that combination. Rose not on. Now we got IQ now. So IQ is starting to be that guy to close the games out. And to me, that's more valuable than the starting lineup because we got guys that we know is going to go to war. And right now, he's becoming one of Tibbs' war dogs down there in that fourth quarter, along with the other production guys. So salute to IQ. He gets a B tonight. And I love the way he, from when he started the season to what he's playing right now, we're even getting more production than we expected from IQ. So salute to IQ. He gets to be tonight.
Yeah, and his defense has stepped up.
Unreal.
Great point, CT. That's a fact, man. Great point.
Yeah, like to have IQ as a two-way player. Now you're playing with fish grease, you know.
Facts.
Because I mean, everyone's talking about a microwave off the bench and putting limitations on his career and where he's a Lou Will, and let's see, the guy had one rookie season. Like, I love these takes after one season. We label a player that this is all they could be. Hey, yeah.
I just think like tomorrow's game. I know we about to get into for the next segment, CT. I just believe that, like you said earlier, the team plays to the team that they're playing. These guys are going to become awake tomorrow. We're going to see those sneakers squeaking more. We're going to see people in people's face. We're going to see a little bit more tonight from our centers as far as holding down that middle. Nothing comes in the middle. I'd rather these guys get them fouls because at least we know we're playing good defense. So I just can't. I'm so psyched about tomorrow because when we do win this game, what's the conversation going to be then? Then we starting to turn some heads. We beat Chicago twice. I seen somebody put it in the chat earlier. I think it might have been B Civilized who said, we got to do what Orlando did to us on their home court. They beat us twice on their home floor. We got to go down to United Airways, United Airlines, whatever the name of the center is, and do what we got to do and get Tibbs. Chicago's back. D Rose is back. Gibson is back down there. Come on, let's get this W tomorrow, fellas.
Yeah, facts. And we're seeing some NBA action around the league. The Wizards are dropped by 1 point with 20 seconds to go over the Heat. The Hawks are blowing out the Hornets, which is good for us. We might equal the Hornets, and will give us an Eastern standing update before the show ends. But hey, with that said, let me bring in the first panelist straight off the bench. He's going to come in with energy. The one, the only, Baked Beans. Salute.
What's up, Alan Burks?
Knicks is buzzing. Y'all know what time it is, man. Knicks talk, real talk. KJ Dub, what's good?
D, what's up, brother Beans?
What up, fellas, man? I'm just happy to be here, man.
I'm glad you're here, brother.
Happy to have you.
Yo, the bomb, man. You know how glad I am we got this W right here, boy.
What?
We got to talk you off the ledge, you heard?
Shy, what up, Shy?
It's just one thing I really disagreed with y'all about, man. And that's the whole Noel Mitch thing. Tell you why. If they both healthy, I think Noel would be better with the first unit because he's more stable in the style of play that they run compared to the second. The second unit is really run and gun, up and down. And then, boy, hands in that second unit ain't too good. You put Mitch in there, let him run and gun with them boys and up and down and block shot. I just think it's a better situation. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's respectfully. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Both ways.
What's up?
I can see that both ways. I agree with you 100%. It could work either way to me. It's not a bad problem to have, put it like that. It's not a bad problem to have.
Because at the end of the day, basically, Noel proved to us last year that starting job, he should have something to say about it. And I'm not even going to lie, like, he should have, if he wasn't hurt coming into the season, I think he should have started over Mitch.
Yeah, let me ask you this, Beans. Can Noel stay healthy, though, if you're playing him 25 plus?
That's the big. Can both of them stay healthy? Like, can we get one of y'all 100%?
Mitch can take some hits. Right. Noel.
Yeah, like, he just got his nose broke. Like, that's just freakish. Like, y'all seen the play how he elbow? I'm like, wow.
Yeah, he probably playing in a mask tomorrow.
Yeah, like the black, he gonna come out with the LeBron black mask. Remember the one they bent that he wore at MSG one time when he dropped that 55?
Right.
With Miami?
Facts. Yeah, so, tell us what you thought about tonight, Beans.
Tonight? All right, I'm gonna keep the same energy because when they bad, we on them. So when they good, you gotta give them their respect. Mm-hmm. I'm saying the second unit. I'm just glad y'all our second unit. Word up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been doing y'all job. When it comes to the starters, first quarter I was sick. I'm not gonna lie. First quarter I was sick. Yeah. Second quarter down, second unit got in. it got back to what we was doing. Randall, almost a triple-double. I seen y'all grades. Like I gave him a C minus. He could have did better. It was probably just that first quarter that had me tight with Randall. Everything after that, he was playmaking more. He was doing more things that if you're shooting and going down, just what you do. I respect that. He wasn't just certain parts he was trying to just bully and jump shot and do all that, but it looked out of character when he did it, right? Like it felt like he was doing it. I ain't gonna say on purpose, but it was kind of like, all right, he's stubborn. You know what I'm saying? When Burks was waving him off, I kind of felt good. Like, okay, somebody can wave him off. Because Kemba ain't waving him off for nothing. He run down on Kemba. Give me the ball right now. Kemba like, yo, here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy, man. But overall team effort, what it could be, man. Overall team effort.
Okay, salute. And we had the Wizards just beat the Heat by 3 points.
Yes.
The Knicks are tied for 6, and if Charlotte, who are losing right now, lose, we go up to 5th. So
that's what I was saying yesterday. I was like, well, you know what, we'd be in the 4th or 5th spot in a couple of games where they beating each other up.
After all this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
we 4-game winning streak. Listen, we jumped to number 1. It's gonna be like this in the East all year round. Yeah. And we know everybody got better. It's gonna happen.
Like y'all was saying, like we was talking about yesterday. I'm glad it's happening now and not later.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah. And salute Uncle Folio. Salute. Question for everyone. Do you believe Randall's stats are empty?
No.
Divine?
No. Not at all.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you why I say that. I'll tell you why you say that. Who in that second unit would have got Fournier going tonight in that first unit? Randall got Fournier going tonight because he's one of the few guys in that first unit who passed the ball. His numbers is always up there, 5 or 6. If Randall wouldn't have been getting that boy going tonight, Fournier might have had a good game tonight. Sometimes I think it's rebounding. He might grab rebound just to be getting them sometime on a couple of rebounds. But do I think his stats is empty? Absolutely not. I think Julius Randle played a good game tonight from this standpoint. He was playing against a taller front line. You know, like I always say, them tall front line give him a problem. So he might not have had a great offense production point-wise. The dude had 9 assists. That's big time. That's 18. That could be 18, anywhere from 18 to 30-some points if you count 2 to 3s. So, you know, he got Fournier, got him in rhythm. He kept giving it back to him, like, just keep shooting. You know what I mean? And he kept feeding him on that curl. He was knocking him down. He played some good defense. I seen 1 or 2 lapses on Julius Randle tonight. But I don't think his stats is empty tonight. I think he know it for RJ not to have it going tonight, Derrick Rose not to have it going tonight, Kemba Walker not to have it going tonight. He made up in other ways by getting them the other guys who was going. But I don't think they empty stats to me. I just think that you know, they were all around. I take 13, 10, and then 11 and 9 all day long. Yeah, who doing it? You know what I mean? Especially when your team ain't even playing good. And I think he came to play tonight. I just think that he didn't force the ball too much, except for one time. What I don't like what Tibbs is doing is when it's 2 minutes left in the game, stop just singling Randle out. Just keep moving the ball. He give it to Randle. He starts slowing it down, giving it to Randle in the post. And then Randle starts forcing stuff. That's the only thing I might say that Randle got to get better on. Stop forcing it with 2 minutes left. I know why we slowing it down, because you want to win the game. You want to take the time off the clock because you think your defense is going to hold you in there. But even if you slow it down, the ball cannot get stuck in his hand, because now they're starting to do the same thing like last year. They're starting to key on him. But I think that's about the only reason I think I didn't give Randle a high grade today, because of that. And, you know, but all around, man, 13, 11, and 9, you know, I mean, and you know, he was a part of Fournier getting in rhythm. RJ wasn't passing Fournier the ball. Kemba Walker wasn't really giving the ball. Mitch wasn't really giving the ball. It was Julius Randle who got that boy hot tonight. So that's why I think Julius Randle important all year long. He's been putting up 5 or 6 assists a game. And imagine if them guys been knocking these shots down all season long. Randle would be then averaging a triple-double if Fournier would have been hot for at least 10 games this year, or RJ would have been hot for a couple of games this year. We might be talking a different story about Julius Randle on that perspective, because I thought at the beginning of the year, like I said, CT, what I said, I think he might have about 10 triple-doubles. And we were making that prediction before the season started. I thought he had about 10 triple-doubles this year, but we just ain't been hot on the offense. And I think he's still got a lot of stuff to learn. But to answer Uncle Fulio's question, I don't think they're empty though.
Yeah.
Can I answer that? Oh, go ahead, KJ.
Yeah. Go ahead, KJ.
I think to answer Uncle Fulio's question, I don't think his stats are empty, and here's why. I think his production has went down because he has more productive players on his team. And we said something like this could happen for Randall. And I still think he's having a hard time of playing with his teammates because he doesn't have to do everything. I said this before. He doesn't have to do everything right now, and he's still trying to figure that out right now. So sometimes he's forcing some things, but 13, 11, and 9, I'll take that on any given night. That's productive right there. That's a stat filler. Any NBA team would take a guy like that, and we know the guy can give it to us. Julius Randle is good for a double-double a night in his sleep. We know that. Even on a bad night, he can give you a double-double. So to answer the question, I don't think he's I think he still fills the stats up. But again, he's still learning how to play with his teammates for this particular team. And he doesn't have to force everything. He's still forcing it. And when he does, that gets him into trouble and the frustration starts to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Beans.
Yeah, see, I hate being the devil's advocate, man. But
you gotta do what you gotta do, brother.
Bring it real, Tell us what you think.
And I'm gonna tell you why. This is why I disagree. And the stats look kind of empty to me. Because it's a difference from seeing the stats and the eye test. When you hear the stats, it sound great. It sound good. Remember, out of them 13 points, he had like 10 of those in that bad first quarter. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of the game, he had 3 points. He had rebounds, and he had, all right, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of felt like, it just felt, when you see the numbers and then you looked at the game like I did, like we all looked at the game, it just don't match. You know what I'm saying? It didn't match I don't know how to put my finger on it, but it just didn't match it. Like, it looked at something else. Like, the eye test and the number test is definitely different for me. I don't know how to explain it, but that's just how I got it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Hey, CT, real quick. Part of that also is Tibbs is not relying on Randall to play those 35, 40 minutes no more neither. We have to look at that production. His minutes have went down. Like, again, he only came in his fourth quarter with 6 minutes left. He played the whole first. He didn't really play the whole second quarter at all. So his production has went down as far as the minutes because we need others to step up because of his game. So that's part of it too. He's not playing all those minutes. As of last year, he played 35, 40 minutes. Man was putting up crazy numbers in one back. So that's a good point too, I believe, too, with the minutes that is not happening for him.
Yeah, great point, KJ. The minutes aren't there. And Divine, I'll throw it to you in a sec. But I just think Knicks fans' expectations have gone up this season, right? Everyone, what we did last season, they're looking at this team under a different microscope. We are 2 games over 500, like we spoke about. We were nowhere near this at this point last season. So give the team some credit. The East got stronger. We feel some type of way because we had some bad losses. But that evened out because we got some wins that I didn't think we would automatically win.
Another great point about Randall too. Check this out. When our team not going good, who the defense gonna focus on?
Randall.
That's it. He our main dude. When Fournier not popping, RJ not popping, Kemba Walker not popping, that defense they say take Randall out the game. Because he, and that to me is the reason why I think that let's see if these guys get in the flow, because I think they know that Fournier off, RJ Barrett off, the coach is going to have time, or the opposing coach will be like, listen, make it hard on Randall because everybody else ain't doing nothing. That's just basketball 101 to them coaches, you know what I mean? And I think the way Evan Fournier been playing the last 10 games, RJ up and down, them teams like remember the scouting report in the playoffs from the Hawks? Yep. That's what they doing right now to us, the regular team. Okay, you know what? Take Randall out the game, and I think we might got a chance to win this game. And I just think that's the way they doing it right now. Until all our boys start popping. Then now, once like tonight, you might have said you kind of took Randall out the game, but look at Fournier popped. You know what I mean? So I think them 9 assists that he got tonight, a lot of them with the Fournier, because he got him rhythm. So I mean, it's 50-50. And I agree with Bean on a lot of points, but I do think we also got to look at the totality of what the other teams are doing to the Knicks because their talent is not playing up to their standards. Now you forcing the team to throw triple teams or double teams. They're like, yo, leave my man open. He ain't making it tonight. So double team like they did last year. And I think he's seen a lot of that the last 10 games because we haven't been playing good in the first unit. And our offense haven't been clicking. So now if they take the ball out of Randall's hand 9 out of 10, we're not going to win because the other cats ain't doing nothing.
Yep. And I like a team where one guy is not the sole guy, taking all the shine. We have more weapons. And what did we see in the playoffs? Atlanta Hawks zeroed in on one dude, and that was the end of us. So I want to see this team play more evenly through other guys. And I knew Randall's scoring would go down this season, but I wanted to see him counteract that with more assists, more rebounds, playing more in control like a leader, finding guys. I think in the fourth quarter, I'm happy with the two-man game. He played with Fournier and Burks as well. So, I got no issue with Randall's tonight's game, and I don't think they were empty stats.
Yo, I just want to say peace to y'all, man. I ain't come on here for long. I'm about to go get ready for this boxing match. I got to handle man. But peace to see. Yeah, man. I think Crawford gonna win, but I want him to win so he can lose to my boy Spence.
Facts.
That's how I'm looking.
Okay.
Beans, come through tomorrow after we beat Chicago.
Appreciate it.
My guy K-Dub, everybody in the chat, or Lamar, I see y'all. We in the building. You on the Martin T?
What's that?
I'm doing a pregame. He doing a postgame tomorrow. Same thing.
You doing the pre? He doing the post?
I'll be on at 6:30.
I see both of y'all. I'll be in the building.
All right, Bean, come up in here, man. We appreciate your intake, brother.
Yeah. Hey, Baked Bean, salute fam, salute. KJ Dub. Yeah, we're breaking down what we'll see tomorrow now. Let's turn our eyes to tomorrow's game. The New York Knicks about to go 5th with Charlotte losing. That makes tomorrow even more critical. KJ, 2 games above. If we can go 3 games tomorrow, that'll be a great statement win.
I mean, absolutely. Anytime we can win a game, especially early in the season, is great. And then, tomorrow against Chicago, it's a East Coast team that is ahead of us, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have them beating us. But if we can win again and win tomorrow, it changes people's perception, what they think about us as Knick Nation. I just think that they just have to be consistent, and I think they will answer that bell tomorrow because lights, camera, action. It's an 8:00 game. It's prime time. Football be on, but guess what? So will New York Knicks basketball be on against Chicago Bulls, and I think we pull this win out tomorrow. I can't give you guys a prediction of the score. However, I just believe that the Knicks will come to answer that bell tomorrow, and all these guys will be hustling. Julius hopefully will calm his game down and take them guys to the hole. Can't nobody on that Bulls team D him. Take it to the hole and do what he got to do.
Facts.
Yeah, I like that strategy, Divine. Yeah, he's got to get down low, use some of that bulk.
Yep. I'm optimistic about tomorrow, and that's not only because we won in there. I did win today. Help. I'm optimistic because both of our centers is back. Alex Burke, the way Alex Burks and quickly is going, they didn't have them games against them the last time. If Fournier can even give us a little bit of what he did tonight, I think Derrick Rose gonna have a bounce back game in Chicago. And I do think if Nerlens Noel and Mitchell Robinson can play that whole game tomorrow, I think we dominate that front line. Vucevic is not a great defender. I'm not worried about too much about their backup. So I do think that they got a good chance of going there and play some defense tomorrow and make it hard on Zach LaVine and them. At least we know they ain't gonna be coming in and paint, dunking on everybody, doing all that crazy stuff with them 2 boys down there. So we play some good perimeter defense tomorrow. CT, I think we got and Fournier can kind of give us semi tonight, or get the same energy. I think we can walk out of Chicago with another W. I just think we got enough talent to do it. I just hope we can put it all together tomorrow.
Yeah. I think they should feel comfortable having done it once before And look at this potential swing. So let's say we beat the Bulls tomorrow. They go 11-6. We go 10-7. Just one game behind third if we beat the Bulls. Now the Wizards won tonight, and they're dropping. They're 10-5. The Hornets are about to lose, so they'll go 10-8, and then with one less loss, we'll jump to 5th tonight.
Yep.
So look at that upper echelon of the East: the Nets, Heat, Bulls if we beat, Wizards, and then it'll be us. So that ain't bad. That ain't bad for a team that's slow out the gate.
ACT, and I think the Bulls. I think that Heat record is now 11-6. Them not even upgraded standards. Yeah, what's going on, CT Jarvis? So I think with them beating the Bulls today, Bulls dropped down to 11. The Heat. I'm going to say the Heat dropped down to 11-6 now. So like I said, we just got to keep trying to win game and let the East keep beating each other up. That's all we got to do. Just take care of your business, and the rest of this shit take care of itself. And so far so good, and we're not even playing good basketball, man. I can't wait till we get it popping. But I like the energy tonight, and I think we got to go into tomorrow with Chicago with the same energy. I think Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker, man, they be going up against Zach LaVine and all them guys. Man, there's some good boys down there. Chicago is a good team. They're a real good team. But like I said, if I think about defense come to the forefront, we can hang against anybody. If the New York Knicks they bring their defense to the table every night, they'll play against anybody. And I'm glad to see that Evan Fournier got out of the funk tonight. Now I'm looking forward to Kemba Walker might having a better game tomorrow because he didn't play the whole game today, so with the back-to-back, so I understand why Tibbs didn't bring him back in because we got a game tomorrow. So hopefully RJ bounce back tomorrow, but it's gonna be a tough class, man. Zach LaVine and what's my man DeRozan and Lonzo and Caruso, them boys can play some basketball. Let's not get it twisted. I'm not going in there saying that we're going to win the game, but I'm not going to say we're going to lose it either. I think if we play like we played today, but we'll get off to a better start in the first quarter, you might see a different game.
Yep. Hey, and you see you just came through. G Money, salute fam. Jarvis, salute fam. I'll let you both get off your thoughts after tonight. Let me start with G Money. What did you see?
Man, the first quarter was disastrous, but after that, we settled in. The bench was amazing again. Quigley and Burst hit some big-time shots. Fournier came out from his slump, had a big game. Not only offense, but also his defense. 5 steals, too. Randall, even though he struggled offensively again, he got guys involved. This was a big-time win for us. Because if we would have lost to a team that's garbage, a team that's won one game in the Houston Rockets, this would have been catastrophic. But salute everybody. But it was a great win for us. The defense was locked in down stretch. What changed the game was the Noel block. We were down by 3. The Noel block changed the game. Because I'm going to be honest with myself. If he doesn't make that block, we may have lost that game because momentum. So it's like, thank God that block happened. That led to the burst 3 ball to even Steven the game, and that gave us momentum for good. Alec Burks was huge in the fourth quarter, 17 in the fourth. He was doing a lot of that in the regular season last year and in game 1 against the Hawks. Quigley was big in the fourth quarter, had 10 points in the fourth, had some big-time threes, big free throws. You want to hear this? Quigley and Burks combined for 27 points in the fourth quarter. The Rockets had 26 as a team in the fourth quarter. That's huge. That's huge. And also, we made our free throws. Thank God we made our free throws.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hit our free throws, hit our threes. The 41 threes, I still think we got to take a little less than that, but hey, we hit them tonight. Fournier was big, and this was a feel-good win because if we would have lost to the Rockets, it would have been the worst loss of the season.
Man.
Yep.
We would have torn this thing down, G-Money.
What?
We would have torn this thing down if we had lost tonight.
Oh, thank God we did not. And, hey, we got the Bulls. That'll be a tough game. It will be a close game. It's going to be a battle. Watch. It's going to be a battle. So it was a good win for us, and that's all I have to say.
All right. Appreciate you. And Jarvis, welcome, fam. Salute. The Lafayette native. Salute.
Salute everybody. I'm sorry, fellas. I didn't really get to. I didn't get a chance to see the game tonight. I was basically coming, seeing that my guy was on, so I said, let me go chop it up with fellas while Quick's making kind of fill me on how the game in. But I did see some highlights, but I wasn't able to see the game tonight. I want to say a salute to Elton Lee, man, and my condolences to you and your family members concerning whoever may have passed. Also, man, I had got a report also last night. My cousin passed.
Oh,
Sorry to hear
And
that.
it was kind of a shock
Praise.
to me because I didn't even recognize something. I didn't even know something was going on. He lives in Leesville, Louisiana, and it was just kind of a shock to everybody to hear that he had passed in some kind of way. I had heard he had passed in his sleep. So if y'all can keep my family in prayer, fellas, that we appreciate it, man. But I didn't really get a chance to see the game tonight. But so fellas kind of briefed me on I heard G Money aspect of what he was saying, and some of it sound pretty good. Still seem like some things that we can slightly do a little bit better, but nevertheless seem like a pretty good win. So I'm just coming to get more filled in.
Yep.
I'll let Divine, and KJ give us their takes.
Yeah, I piggyback up a lot of what G Money said. The first quarter, 13 points. We just got off to a slow start. I think it had a lot to do with 2 days off and a 5 o'clock start. You know what I mean? That 5 o'clock start is almost like a matinee to some of these guys. You know what I mean? Just on a Saturday, how often do we play on a Saturday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? You know what I mean? Usually you just trying to get in the arena, get to shoot around and warming up for the night game. So I think that was a little different for them. And then, like I said, coming off of 2 days rest where you really haven't played in a competitive game, you gotta get into your emotions and your flows. So I'm not making an excuse, but I think that could be part of it. But that's pretty what it was. Jarvis, they started off like 13 points, then they picked it up going forward. Our defense pretty much went wire to wire. I think Mitch had a phenomenal first quarter defensive wise. He kept us in that game in the first quarter. He played good on the defense. Then he went down. Jarvis, he went down. The guy elbowed in the face. So he didn't come back in. What was the second half, fellas? Or I can't remember when he went out. But the second half when he went down.
Yeah,
second half. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
The Rockets were up by 6 and Mitch got hurt. Yeah.
Yep. But I think he'd be back. Yeah, it was just in the face. Might be facial.
Okay.
It wasn't his legs.
Nothing is broke or anything, is it?
I'm not sure. I know they said bruise first. I mean, maybe the guy got more than I do. I know they said bruise first. I don't know how severe it is. He was good. Quickly and Burks just took over the game for us. Evan Fournier had a good game. Jarvis said he was knocking them down. Good game. Yeah. Like we said we were all predicting. Hopefully he have a good game. He bought it 2 for it though. So and that was it. And KJ can pretty much piggyback on what I missed. But overall, I think our defense played good. Jarvis. Alex Burton quickly came in that second half and lit it up in that fourth quarter. I mean, them cats was doing it. So Obi played decent. He didn't have a lot of points, but his hustle play was there. Knocked out some good free throws. He missed his 2 trades, but his energy was there. I think overall, Derrick Rose didn't play well tonight. RJ didn't play well tonight.
Okay.
Walker in limited minutes did what he could do. He didn't play too well, but he was out there. I liked the energy he had out there for sure. And but that's pretty much what the tail of it for me.
How did we make free throws pretty good tonight?
Yeah. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Okay. What about how was the rebound?
We got killed on the boards.
Yep.
Got to clean that up a little bit better. What about like from the assists, getting people involved? Did we do a better job of that?
Julie's had 9 assists tonight.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
Then they had a triple-double.
Yep.
Wow.
Right. Hey, real quick, fellas, before we go any further, I just, we CT and Devon have created a great platform, and I see tonight in the comments, Alton Lee and Jarvis, first and foremost, as a man and as men here, how we all together. I really got to give my condolences to both of you guys. I see you guys, Alton Lee in the chat, Jarvis, you here. This could be helping you guys out, and thank you for actually coming on tonight to really help your mind right now. And this is what it's about. It's not, I know we talk about Knicks basketball, but we'll call you guys our first cousins, but I feel like we all are family out here because we see each other. We might not have never met one another. I met Devon one time in my life a couple months ago, but I feel every time we get on these chats, we get on these podcasts, everybody that's in the chat, everybody who I've met online is family to me. And right now you guys are hurting. So first and foremost, I give you my my condolences to you. Everybody agrees differently. That's just from the heart for me. Then also Jarvis, I want to give you your flowers because you did predict the score yesterday. You said the Knicks is going to have 104-102. The score was 106-99. So you knew something last night, But
Yeah.
Devon pretty much put everything in there as far as what happened. It was ugly, but 13 points in the first quarter is not acceptable. But we did win the game. But like I said, going forward, you guys are our brothers. So I just wanted to get that out there to both of you, and thank you guys for always coming in here.
Very well appreciated that, KJ. It means a lot to have that type of support. And again, man, my condolences to Alton Lee. I feel your family. I hope all continues to, be well with you and your family, and that that the good Lord can strengthen each one of you, that every day gets a little easier, and you can hang on to the memories, man, of whoever the loved one is, or friend of the family, or whoever it may be, man, that that they'll get some semblance of peace of mind, man, and it draws the family closer together.
Absolutely.
Yep. They couldn't have said it better. And let me just bring up the results from today's game. I'll let everyone get their takes on these results. Like we see, the Hornets took the L, which allows us to leapfrog the Hornets. The Celtics beat the Thunder. The Wizards came from behind to beat the Heat.
They were down 10 with 4 minutes to go and won. Yeah,
exactly. G Money. And with that said, once the L updates for the Hornets, we'll leapfrog them into 5th. So we're basically only behind the Nets, the Heat, the Bulls, Wizards, and us. And if we can take an L from the Bulls, give the Bulls an L tomorrow, we inch one game closer to them. So with that said, maybe we're starting. Well, hopefully we start to peak at the right time, everybody. And I'll start with Divine and give me your outlook on this East moving forward into this heavy schedule.
It's going to be daunting. It's going to be a challenge. But like I say, a lot of these teams play each other and they lose the game to one another, beating each other up. Man, we just got to play our game and try to win the game we can win. Because not only that, let's say even though they haven't been playing great ball, let's say if the Sixers go down there and lose to the Blazers tonight. You know what I mean? Down in Portland tonight. We got to take it for what it is. And then tomorrow, we got a pivotal game. We got the Bulls, but the Raptors got the Warriors tomorrow. You know what I mean? This East is going to be a challenge for everybody. So it's not a heavy game on the schedule for the East tomorrow. But then the next day, Monday, oh my God! But look at the competition that's going on in the East Monday. Wizards, Hornets. It's just going to be crazy. Nets, Cavaliers. It's going to be Bucks, Magic. So it's going to be, we just got to let these teams beat each other up, CT, and we try to go in there and do the best we can to win our games. If we win tomorrow, I think that's going to be huge for us with Phoenix and LA coming in here. And LA ain't playing that great. I mean, they still got a great team. I mean, when I mean by great team, they got great players. They just haven't gelled yet. I think they will be. I think they will be there at the end of the year. But let's hope that LeBron and them coming to Madison Square Garden. I think they're gonna put on the show in the next couple of games. Do not allow that to happen. Don't let LeBron come in the Garden and think they're gonna run amok up in here. So I think if we can, these next 3 games is gonna be pivotal for us, man. If we can come out, 2-1, I'm happy. That means we were 3-1 in the last 4 games. So it'd be nice if we can, go in Chicago and try to steal one tomorrow. I think with our decent front line, I think Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens well, if they play tomorrow, they would make it tough on that team from Vucevic, nice as he is. I don't think he got no work for them from a defense standpoint. So if we just could play some perimeter D tomorrow, try to come out of Chicago with a W, man, that would be a statement win to me. That could be a statement win tomorrow for the Knicks if they go in Chicago and beat them again. And knowing that the way the East is knocking each other off, and I think, like I said in the past stream, by the end of the week, I think the Knicks will be 4 or 5. I think that's just the way it's going to go. I think these cats going to be beating each other up like crazy.
Yeah, KJ. Yeah, I agree with Divine. KJ, your thoughts on how this important stretch coming up?
Absolutely, and Be Civilized put it in the chat. It's one game at a time. Like I said tonight, Fournier was hot tonight, and this is how we got to approach it tomorrow. One game at a time. Anybody could be anybody on any given night. It's just the consistency with the Knicks. They know what time it is on the schedule. These next 7 games are very crucial for us. And to start tomorrow with Chicago. Definitely start tomorrow with Chicago. And I think we're going to see a different Knicks team as far as the energy in the defense. Now, if they are making the threes like they're supposed to be, that's the bonus. That's the icing on top of the cake that we need when these guys hit the threes. And if we are hitting our threes, fellas, and in the chat, we will win all these games if we're hitting our threes. If we're not hitting our threes, it's going to be rough for us because the defense and production has been great. Even in losing, our defense has been great. It's just the offense hasn't been clicking. Tonight, it's semi-click tonight against a 1-14, 15 team. But now when they play somebody that is higher than us and supposed to be better than us, I think the Knicks are going to play to their competition, and that's why I think we get the win tomorrow.
Yeah, you said it. They'll be looking for payback, G-Money.
I get what you're saying, but I can't see the defense. The defense was good today, but I can't say that it's been great all year. We're 25th in defense. I can't say it's been great all year. It's getting a little bit better, but I can't say it's been great. I can't respect that part. But here's what
I didn't say all year. I said the last couple of games.
The couple of games, yeah. But when you play against the Magic and the Rockets, it should be pretty decent. So, even the Magic game was 50-50. The defense was so-so. I can't say great. The Rockets, okay. The Rockets was all right, though. But the defense, but I hear what you're saying, but my point I'm trying to say is this. The Bulls game will be tough. I'm 50-50 on that game. Because remember, we won there last time. The Bulls will try to get payback this time. So it's not going to be easy. Trust me, it's going to be a close game. I'm 50-50 on that game. Because even though they don't have Vucevic, consider this. Zach LaVine, you never know. He can have a big game. DeRozan, he can have a big game. Remember, the Bulls only lost by one single point, and we outplayed them throughout the whole game. 1 point. And if it wasn't for RJ and Mitch contesting the shot, who knows? I do think we will be competitive. It's going to be a close game. I expect us to be competitive with the Bulls. I'm 50-50 with the Bulls, though. I don't know what's going to happen in that game. I don't know. It'll be 50-50 with me. So it's like, what we need to get up to a better start. If we can't score 13 points against the Bulls. The Bulls are not the Rockets. The Rockets are a trash team. The Bulls are a good team that knows how to execute, knows how to run plays, has a good coach, has all-stars in the team. They know how to execute. So we got to come up with a better start. We just got what we need to go back into what we did when we were 5-1, and even last year, clicking, sharing the ball. If we can do that, we can win tomorrow. I'm just 50-50 because, again, for me, it's that usually when the team loses the first meeting, they usually come out guns blazing the second meeting. So I'm saying it's 50-50 for me who's going to win. I don't really know. I know we don't want to go too far ahead, but the Lakers game at home, I have a weird feeling we're going to beat the Lakers. I have a weird feeling we might beat the Lakers because the Lakers are in the free fall. There's no chemistry with that
struggling.
team right now. Wait, what?
The Lakers are struggling. Yeah, simply put.
8-9. It will be a challenge. It won't be a blowout. But I think we can win that Lakers game. Against the Suns, against my other favorite team, because I like Chris Paul and stuff. Against the Suns, you may hate this. I don't think we beat the Suns. I'm sorry. That just me. I don't see us beating the Suns. Then we got the Hawks. Will be a challenge, but I think we could beat the Hawks. Will be a challenge, but I think we could beat the Hawks. And then we got the Nets. Some of these games, I got to be realistic. Half of these games, I don't know what's going to happen, but some games, I kind of do know what's going to happen. The Nets will be a tough game, but if the game is close, I just think the star power of Kevin Durant and James Harden will be too much. I'm sorry. I got to be honest. I don't think we win that Nets game. I believe we'll beat the Hawks. The Bulls on 50-50 on. I believe we'll beat the Lakers. Maybe. We got the Nuggets at home. Tough game, but I think that Jamal Murray won't play. Michael Porter still injured, has a bad back, and even Jokic has a sprained wrist. I think we could beat the Nuggets at home. I think we could beat them. It'll be a hard game because many teams we're playing are going to be tough. But I think we can beat the Nuggets at home. But
okay, G-Money. Let me kick it over to Jarvis now. Appreciate your takes. You've definitely gone ahead and done a lot of research on the tough games coming up. Jarvis, what are your thoughts on how we'll look, throughout this stretch?
It's really, really hard to say. First things first, I just want to see some measure of consistency first. So I want to see what happens going forward into the Chicago game and it being a back-to-back game. Now, I will say this. Usually it's kind of harder to beat a team the second go round than the first go round. But that's why it's such a great thing that we get Chicago at this interval, because this is going to test and see what we're made of. Because I believe Chicago is going to try to come out all guns blazing. If we withstand Chicago early to where we don't get no deep hole and we just not just giving up a bunch of silly turnovers and sharing the ball, moving the ball, I think we can possibly pull that game out somewhere in the fourth quarter. But we got to withstand them runs by Chicago. After that, it's just I just want to see some measure of some consistency. So I'm gonna just take it one game at a time and I want to focus on just the Chicago game. I want to see how they come and respond from this win going into playing Chicago, and then we'll see. Because I believe this is going to be a great test for New York, because believe you me, Chicago has circled this game. They have circled this game as the game that they really want to get, they really want to get a victory on. And if New York comes out of this and withstands this and win, it could get very interesting in this stretch, because I believe New York does play up or down to their competition. So maybe this is what they need. I believe they need this challenge from Chicago. I just want to see how they respond.
Yep. Yeah, facts. And Divine, let's get everyone's last thoughts, as we head into this matchup. We've got a game tomorrow, so we'll close it down for the night. But give us your thoughts on heading in, Divine.
Yeah, I think it's all about the defense effort tomorrow. Like I said, I think it's all about our defense tomorrow. Even when you're not shooting well, your defense can keep you in the game. You know what I mean? I think I'm hoping that when we played Chicago the last time, I don't think Burks and Quickly was popping like this. But I think Fournier might have a decent game, I think, against them. So I'm hoping that if we can click a little bit, RJ can bounce back, give us a better game than he gave us today. Fournier can continue doing, kind of piggyback off what he did today. But my big thing is if we get them two big boys down there in the middle playing some defense for us, and then all you got to do against them dudes is guard the perimeter. Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel got that paint. Don't let them drive that ball in there and think they're going to start throwing down hammers on us and all that. That's why I love that we got Nerlens Noel back. I think we got to take advantage of that front court. Defensively, we taller than them. I think the key is to me is they three-headed monster in the start and the backcourt. I think DeRozan, Levine, and Lonzo are just them some good scores down there, bro. They got a good chemistry down there. You got to watch Caruso, and I think Kobe White might be back. He didn't play against us the last time. I think Kobe White might be back. I think he might be playing with Chicago. So it's going to be a tough challenge, man. Them cats, we beat them at they place, man. They are, like you said, they got a circle on the calendar. They're gonna come out there looking for revenge. I get it, but I think if our defense play to just come up and play better and get more consistent, I'll give us a shot against a lot of people if our defense is there. I really believe that. You know what I mean? We did a good job against Indiana, and we did so good against Orlando. We did good enough to win. And like I said, you guys, the Knicks is not playing good basketball. We winning these games. We are not playing good basketball in New York. Think about that. We're not playing up to what we thought they were going to play, and we still 9-7. To me, that's telling me that once this team get on all cylinders, I think we're gonna be better than we are now. Do you just think about Fournier the last 10 games? Can you imagine if he was playing just a little bit better than that? It might be a different story in New York right now. You know what I mean? It might be a different story if he was clicking, or RJ wasn't in this slump. But that's like anybody. That's all teams. I'm not only the Knicks. So I'm not just saying because we the only one going through that. But believe it or not, I do think if we come there tomorrow and come out aggressive and go hard, try to stop their perimeter shooting. Don't let Levine get on the roll. Don't let DeRozan get on the roll. So it's going to take RJ and Fournier to really play some man-to-man defense tomorrow. At least slow them cats down so you don't burn Mitch them out there, letting them get in that paint. But go play hard tomorrow. And then like G Money said, the 50-50 game, it's a game they can easily lose. But I think it's a game they can win.
Yeah.
And I think they can win if they bring their A game. If they don't bring their A game, they're gonna get smacked around. I put it like that. We got to be clicking on all cylinders tomorrow for sure.
Yep. Yeah, G Money, give us your thoughts before we head out tonight.
You made some good points. I believe we will make the playoffs. I think we'll turn this around a little bit. But even though I agree with you, Divine, at the same time, I've been saying the East will get better. It's not gonna be easy to be a top 4 seed this year. It's not, because the East got better. So I'm saying that I believe we will make the playoffs. I'm not too concerned because I don't usually judge a team too much to start the season, because I've seen this before. Teams usually start off hot and then die off. Or teams usually start off slow and then pick up. Example, the Suns were 8-8 to start last year. They were just in the NBA Finals last year. The Hawks were 14-20 to start last year. They were 2 wins away from the NBA Finals. They're in the Eastern Conference Finals. So personally, for me, I don't look at start of the regular season until I look at halfway point to see where your team is at. That's how I judge it. Right now, we're a good team. We just need that consistency. We started off with consistency. We were 5-1. Right now, even though I'm happy that our bench has been phenomenal, our bench has been great all year, I just need the starters to be more consistent. Fournier had a big game. I'll give him, he had a big game today. But I need to see Randall, even though he did a good job at the playmaking, I need him to have one of those all-star type Randall games we saw last year. Same thing with RJ Barrett, though. If we want to win, because it can work against a team like the Rockets with him being average, but it's not going to work against upper echelon teams. So what I'm saying is that I believe we will make the playoffs, but it's going to be tough because the Eastern Conference got stronger. So I'm saying that we got to take one game at a time. We just got to, share the ball, crash the glass, rebound, defend, and we should be good. I believe it will be 50-50 against the Bulls, because we can very well win. We can very well lose to the Bulls. So it will be a tough game. I don't see either team getting blown out. That is me. And that is just my taste. Just consistency with the coach to make the right adjustments, and the players.
Salute.
Yep, I agree. Salute. And Jarvis, appreciate you coming through. And again, condolences to you, your family. I'm glad you're with us, talking this Knicks talk, and it keeps us up. We're all connected through this thing, like KJ said, all in different parts of the world. And I'm just grateful I got to meet you through Man show. Appreciate you supporting Knicks Real Talk, and the streets are buzzing. We're here if you need.
Appreciate that, CT. Also, man, give a shout out, man, to Ron and John and still Knicks fans, and appreciate their comment in the chat, Ron. Really appreciate that. But yeah, man, it just basically came as a little shock, and it's just another reminder of the reality that we all could possibly face one day, is that tomorrow is definitely not promised to any of us. So, man, my advice to everybody: if you have loved ones, or you have even friends that used to be friends, or individuals, man, in some kind of way there's a rift that has happened, or it doesn't seem like y'all on good terms, try to reach out and make those things right, because you never know when you might not be able to have a chance to see that person again.
Yep.
That's facts.
Because there ain't no sense in hanging on to grudges and strifes and all that kind of stuff, man. Go and make that stuff right, man. If anybody is in a situation like that, I don't want to deal with that individual no more. I'm done with them. I'm through. Go make that right.
Yeah, they just feelings, man. They just feelings, bro. You know what I mean?
They just feelings, man.
Feelings.
Don't make it stuff right. But I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate the input, on the game and stuff like that. My guy G Money, good to see you on the panel, fam. KJ Dub, Divine, CT. Y'all know what it is, and I almost feel like, man, I've been knowing y'all for years.
Hey, Nick years. Nick years can be years. And,
it can be long.
Jarvis, I hope we see you come through tomorrow, pre-game, Knicks Real Talk, back on the post-game here after we beat Chicago, hopefully. So appreciate you, G Money, coming through. And KJ Dub, take us out for tonight.
Hey, listen, as always, I just wanted to get my quick take tomorrow on the game, CT, if I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the Knicks, we have to match them. They have those guards. This tomorrow, I know it's not going to happen, but I would love to see Grimes, Ig McBride in just for defensive purposes to pick those guys up. Levine, DeRozan, Caruso up full court just for defensive bodies that we need in the game to give Kemba and Rose some time because them guys are going to be high flyers. So I just wanted to bring that up. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I would love to see that happen tomorrow if it could happen. But again, the biggest thing tomorrow is perimeter defense. Devon, you brought that up. Perimeter defense is key tomorrow. If we could defend the perimeter and rely on them passing the Vucevic down low and with Noel and Mitch down there, we win. But we have to defend the perimeter. So that's the only take I got. But as always, CT and Devon and everybody else, thank you guys for providing us a service to come to talk about our beloved Knicks. We're connecting people. Everybody's connected on here. I'm pretty sure you hit any one of these guys up. These guys will help you just to come talk to you. Sometimes you just need to talk it out. We all go through things during the span of a day, and when it gets up, it's meditation. It's medicine for a lot of us, and we don't put that out there. But I know for me it is because we're grinding so much through the day of things that we got going on. So I want to thank the both of you. CT was your show, Streets is Buzzing, and Knicks Real Talk. And you guys always allow me to come in and give my take. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys as always. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome here anytime. And shout out to the chat tonight. It was a gritty win. Appreciate everyone's takes, coming through. Respect everyone's opinions here. We just agree to disagree on certain things as well. And also, we got you covered all season long with content. Knicks Real Talk. Like and subscribe. And the streets are buzzing. We got you covered. BX Sports Jedi Network. Tone Wu Garden of Knicks. Queen's Court. Ron and John Still Knicks. We heavy in here. We support everyone's platform. Tony Crow, Knicks and Bruisers. NBK fam. Everybody. Orange Tears. Uncle Freezy. Anyone else that I've missed, Divine?
For the game. Salute to all you guys, man. I didn't say you, but in spirit, man, y'all keep getting it, man. This will make the world beautiful right here when brothers and sisters can come from all different parts of the world and have civilized conversation and then just be a part of something that we've been missing for a lot of time in this world, which is unity. Don't nothing unify our community like sports do. I think without sports, the world would be screwed. So you know what I mean? But to be able to come in here with all you guys that don't know you from a can of spray paint, now I feel like you're my brothers, you know what I mean? And then and that's real talk, man. And that's a beautiful feeling, you know what I mean? To have all these great content creators, wise guys who think wise, to salute to the chat. You cats y'all, like I said, y'all the invisible panel. That's the invisible panel right there. Our third cousins, like KJ would say. But it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. CT, thank you for having a platform tonight, man. The streets are buzzing. Real talk, man. Y'all like and subscribe, and let's keep getting New York Knicks tomorrow. Let's go down to Chicago and bring our A game. Win or lose, bring your A game. If we lose tomorrow, we lose with effort. I'm good. We go down there and don't play hard and lay an egg, and we ain't bringing no effort. I'm gonna be disappointed. But if we go down there in Chicago, we go hard, but they just be the better team that day. I can live with that. Let's go New York, bro. Let's get it tomorrow. Let's go down to Chicago and try to get this W.
Hey, facts. Let's see you all back tomorrow, like Divine said, with all the passion, all the support. Hey, the season's just getting started, We haven't hit the quarter-way mark. There's going to be peaks and valleys, like KJ said. This is like a roller coaster we're all on, sitting next to each other, going through the motions. So let's hope it ends on a high. Yep. And let's see you tomorrow. Go New York, go.
Hey.
Salute.